Google Calendar has a new feature that allows you to create appointment slots. Lindsay and I have been using this to allow people to schedule appointments with us, and it's been working really well. And there are some upcoming events that we thought you might want to use this for. You need to make sure that you're in Google Calendar and you want to be on either week view or day view. I'm going to stay in week view. And then you want to click anywhere on the calendar. I'm going to go to the actual day that I want the appointment schedules to happen. And I'm just going to click here, and a new appointment event box opens up. And I'm going to choose appointment schedule. It's got one set from 4 to 4:30. We'll change that. We're going to create a new appointment schedule and click continue. If this is for something like conferences, you'll probably want to put your name and then the name of the event. If you don't get this right, you can change it later. We want to set the duration. I want my conferences to last 15 minutes. You do not want it to repeat weekly. Does not repeat. That's important. I'm going to go with the 12th, and I want it to go from 4 to 8 p.m. We could add another date, the 13th, and I also want that to go from 4 to 8 p.m. There's a scheduling window. I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm also not going to worry about the minimum time before a meeting that they can book with me. I do want to set a buffer time. I'm going to set a buffer of 5 minutes between appointments. I'm not going to care about the maximum bookings per day. And you can change the color of your calendar. It looks good so far, so I will click next. You can add a photo to your booking page. You can add a location. Select choose location and in-person meeting. Even though you figured that people know what building they are going to go to conferences at, you still might want to add this and maybe a location in the building, like a room number or cafeteria. Then you can add information. Then you'll see the information that is going to be collected by the booking form. These are required, and that's pretty important. The email address is important because that is what allows them to get a confirmation and reminders about the event. You can ask for a phone number. I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to make the phone number required. You can also add one custom item, and I would ask for the name of the student that we're going to be meeting about this, and I'm going to make that required. I would not require email verification. What that does when they try to book an appointment, it sends a verification code to their email and makes them put in that code before they can book the appointment. And that's just going to annoy people, so I'm not including it. They are going to get a confirmation to their email. I also want a reminder sent to them one day before. You can add another reminder. I'm going to ask for one to be sent to them 1 hour before the event happens. And I'm going to click Save. So now if we look, you can see that on my calendar, there are 2 days where there are going to be appointment slots available. If I go to the next week, they don't appear because we unchecked repeats weekly. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and open the booking page. And if we click forward to the 12th and the 13th, you can see that there are appointments available starting at 4, and the last one they can book begins at 7:40. I'm going to go back to my calendar page and select Edit. And I remember that one of the days for conferences is an all-day event. So I'm going to click Add another period to this day. And it keeps 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is wrong. So I'm going to change this. And I'm just going to put in 8 a.m. and click here. And for some reason, it jumps to this one. I'm going to go click this. And then 11:30 a.m. and that will get me to lunch. So now there is an appointment slot from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., 4 to 8. I need to add another one. I'm going to add another one for the after lunch session. 8 to 11:30 is correct, 4 to 8 is correct. Let's go 1 p.m. And again, it jumps, so make sure you get to the right spot. Let's go 1 to 3 p.m. So now you can see we've got a morning session, we've got a short afternoon session, and then an evening session. And then on the 13th, we just have an evening session. And I think those are the changes I need to make. It lets you go through all of your options again, and then you click Save. And then if I go back to my booking page and hit refresh, you can see there are many more options available now for the day where we added sessions. And since this is your booking page, you can just click once on the URL and copy that. And I'm going to open up a guest window, and I'm going to right click and paste and go to the address that I had copied. And this is what your users will see. Tells them the name of it, that there are 15-minute appointments, where it's going to be, and these are the instructions that you gave. I'm going to choose an after lunch appointment. You can see that my booking has been confirmed. A confirmation email is going to be sent to me, tells me when it is, where it's at, and lets me change my appointment if necessary. And then you can see that that slot disappears from the booking options. You can take this address and put it in an Infinite Campus message. You can put it in a newsletter. You can send it home in an email. You can put it in Remind. There are lots of ways to get this information out. I'm going to go back to my email. and you can see that an appointment has been booked. You can see the name of the person that booked it. It's a really great system that I think can be very useful for our staff for lots of different scheduling needs. If you would like help in setting this up, please contact Lindsay or me. We'd be happy to help.